Hello good people of YouTube, Commander Squeak here. I decided I'd go through my bug out bag for you. I've laid everything out on my bed. I was going to do it outside, but lay the tarp out and do it out on the tarp so you can actually see the tarp. Unfortunately, Mother Nature has decided to rain, so unfortunately I'm going to have to do it in my bedroom. So sorry for the poor lighting, but it's the way it goes. I'm not willing to get wet just to show you the contents of my bug out bag. I currently keep all my kit at the minute in my Regatta Survivor 65 Bergen. It's not the best burger, but it's one that I've got. I've had it for years. It's not the best burger, and I do plan on upgrading to a army issue 125 litre DPM PLC Bergen, but that's when funds permit. Normally in my bug out bag I will have a couple of bin liners. The clothes I've got on now, which is just a black t-shirt, DPMs, olive green belt, and my Gore-Tex boots, will all go in that bag inside my Bergen. That way, if I have to bug out, I have some decent clothes to wear. I'll be bugging out in civilian clothes, so I won't attract attention, and then I can change in camo as necessary. Right, this is the contents of my bug out bag. This is constantly evolving. If you have any suggestions, feel free to comment. Please don't slag people off, please don't slag me off. Comments like that, it's just not called for. As my mother said, if you haven't got anything nice, don't say anything at all. This is my version of a bug out bag. Your opinions will differ. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, yeah, fine, but improvements are welcome, constructive criticism, but slagging off and bitchiness will not be tolerated. Right, let's get started. On the far left, I'll move the camera over slightly. We'll start with the goodies. My bolo machete needs a bit of a clean from the last time I've used it. I need to take the sticky stuff off. It does need a bit of a sharper, and I used it and it was a little bit blunt, but I'm going to sharpen that in its little pouch. Bought this from the bushcraft store, I believe. So nice chopping tool, does the job really well. It's semi full tang, so the blade goes right to the end of the handle, but as you can see on the back, it doesn't go the full length of the handle, the full width of the handle. So, however, it is a good knife. It's got some weight to it and will do some damage if necessary. Handy little belt loop. I'm not a massive fan of the sheath, because as you can tell, it can come out, but I'm looking at maybe modifying the sheath slightly here, putting a bit of webbing around with a popper just to hold it in its sheath. But that's for another day. I'm more than likely going to do a review on this at some point, so watch out for it. Next, we got a little folding saw. Nothing special, but it does the job. Nice comfy grippy handle, safety orange so you can see it if you drop it. This is something I would likely to put down, just to manoeuvre stuff. Rule of thumb is, if you ever put anything down, put it back away. Don't leave it on the deck, because that's how you'll lose things, especially at night. Suitable for chopping up to about sort of 4 or 5 inches thick. Anything less I would use my machete. Anything more is too much work. It's not worth it. Next we have my Mora. Now this is a stainless steel. I think this was the Mora 860, Swedish made. Absolutely beautiful knife. Comes razor sharp. This does need touching up because I have used it, but it will shave the hairs off your arms. Comes in a little plastic case, drain hole, all important. Not a fan of the sheath, but it holds it in pretty well, so who's to complain? I usually clip it on my belt loop down here, and then I got access to a knife. If you ever use your knife and then you stop using it, put it away. Next we'll go through to, in this little pouch here I have a small folding shovel and pickaxe. Sorry for that very dodgy jump cut. Unfortunately my memory card decided it would be full, so I've had to clear the data off, copy it all over to the computer, and put the memory card back in. Unfortunately it's only a Diddy one. I did buy some big ones, but unfortunately my camera doesn't support it, so I'm going to have to go and get one that is compatible. But back to folding shovel. Basically, folding shovel, you screw the handle in here. It's exactly a foot long, which is 12 inches or 30 centimeters. You screw this bit up here and you have a working shovel. It's pretty good. I have used it. As you can see, it's a bit dirty. I did clean it off on some moss, but obviously not well. I've not used the saw or the bottle opener yet, and I've not used, well, my brother used the pickaxe and he said it wasn't too bad. But to use the pickaxe, you undo it, slide it round, and do it back up again, and you've got a pickaxe. So good little tool, very lightweight. It comes in its handy little pouch, which has got a belt loop on the back of it, so not too bad. Primarily use that for digging a fire pit, or digging out roots or something that are edible, like spruce roots I believe are edible, but please correct me on that. Roots of bracken I believe are edible. Cattail roots are edible, but you probably wouldn't need a shovel for that. But yeah, it's a handy tool to have, and will not to be overlooked. It folds down really small. Nice little handy pouch, so you can hang that on the outside of your webbing if necessary. Every single bug out bag should have a survival guide. Regardless of the knowledge and the skills that you have, everybody, and I mean everybody, isn't perfect and nobody knows it all. Small little pocket guide bought on Amazon. There is an iPhone app available. It's a Collins gem, and it tells you everything you need to know. Recently I used it to identify a mushroom that was growing in the garden to find out whether it was poisonous, and it actually happens it's a edible mushroom. It was called the field mushroom. Still didn't eat them, because obviously mushrooms are one of those things, unless you can 110% identify what they are, it's not worth the risk. It goes through everything from rescue to health, disaster strategies, essentials, food, water, climate and terrain, campcraft, you name it, on the move. There you go, making a sled. So it covers everything. So it's a very handy book to have, and I recommend you read it before you go out as well. Next item, some hand warmers. I think they cost me about 50p. You tear them open, you wear them out, and they get really hot, and they'll warm your hands up. This is actually the same technology that's in American MREs, which stands for meals ready to eat. They basically have these. As soon as you open the top and let the air get to them, they get hot. very quickly, and that's what heats your food up. So very handy to have. You can throw them down the bottom of your sleeping bag or something and it'll keep you warm at night. Up to 10 hours of heat, made in the US. Obviously I'm in the UK, so my kit may vary to some of you Americans. I know you are big on prepping, etc. But get some, very good. Next item I got is Fire Dragon fire lighting gel. Very good. Burns very clean. It's eco-friendly, burns all weather, very easy to light. It will even light off of a ferro rod, and it has a very long burn time. If all else fails, switch to that. You will have fire, I guarantee it. It's pretty much idiot proof. The one thing you need to make sure you don't do is squirt it on the fire once the fire's lit, because that's asking for trouble. I was put onto this by Funky Prepper, so shout out to you, buddy. And he uses it a lot. I thought, right, I'm going to give it a go, and it's absolutely brilliant. Check out some of his videos. He done 2 or 3 tests. One, he squirted some water and lit it, and it went. So that'll even go in a puddle. I believe he put it in ice, and it's still lit. Okay, not very well, but you scrape it out of the ice, then you've got some pretty damn good fire lighting material. Sticking with fire, I got this little pouch. It's got a little carabiner on it. It's quite old, I've had it a while. The elastic's gone on it, the carabiner's not all that brilliant, but it does the job. It has a belt loop and it holds the contents well. Now this is my fire lighting kit. So we open it up. The first thing you got right on the very top, sealed in a bag, is what's known as a cramp ball. Now that is a fungi that grows out in the woods and is brilliant for lighting fires with. So very good natural fire lighting. We'll go through. We've got a small little orange pouch. This has got some stormproof matches in. So that is the windproof, waterproof matches. Pretty good. So that was my fire lighting kit. Unfortunately, I'm having to do this in sections because either my batteries have gone dead, which I've changed, or my memory card is full. As I said, I've only got a small memory card, so it fills up rather quickly. I get about 6-7 minutes of video and then it dies. So we'll have to move a bit quicker. Next thing on the list is small sewing kit. Very useful for making any repairs. I also carry this as well, which is some DPM material, which is good for patching up my combats or even my top, and a little bit of extra cordage as well. Very useful. Cam cream, everybody loves a bit of cam cream. Got 4 different colours there. I'll only ever use it if I need to go stealth. Chances are I may need to, hence why I've got DPM. I'd rather blend in when I'm out in the woods at my bug out location, so I'm not spotted. That way I'm less likely to get robbed or attacked, etc. Next is a pit locking kit. Very useful. This is the Southord MPXS14. Very good kit. It's well worth getting to know the picks, getting how to use them. This is basically to gain entry or whatever if you need to in an emergency. It's not actually illegal to carry them unless they can prove beyond reasonable doubt your intent. So you can walk around with some lock picks, as providing you've got good reason for have them, the police can't do you for them. So just a bit of added kit. Here I've got a little Highlander case, camo case, and then it's just a serrated knife. It's not very good, it's just a backup just in case. I do need to sharpen it, as I need to sharpen all my knives, but I need to get a new stone to sharpen them, because I seem to have mislaid the other one. So that's that, so we'll put that back. Next we got comms. These are just some simple two-way radios. They're about 13k range. They've got 8 channels plus I think it's 38 sub-channels. So they're very, very useful if you are with a buddy or you want someone's help that's really, really close to you. You can scan for a channel so someone's there, and then you can maybe radio for help. These work on a rechargeable battery and it has a chargeable dock. However, these ones in particular can actually run by AAA batteries as well, so that's an advantage. So we've got 2 ways of powering them. Next, Army issue sun cream, really, really good. It's not Army issue in there anymore. What I do is basically take the lid off and I just squirt whatever sun cream I want in there and fill that back up. It's very, very handy to have just a small little portable thingy of sun cream, because sun can do a lot of damage as well as being necessary for life. I've got a little pouch for another radio. Unfortunately I haven't got the radio. It's sort of the next level up. I think it's a UHF radio that this is for. I've yet to get one, but I am looking for one, so if anyone has any recommendations, I want something cheap, I want something that works. Next is the maglet holder that goes on your belt, that holds my 2-cell C mag light. I put some red filter in the end, and that provides red light which stops my night vision getting blinded, so that's very, very useful. Not only that, it's got some weight to it, so if someone come at me they'd have a headache. Next, some insect repellent. This is 50% DEET. I recommend you get something that's got a high DEET content as possible. This ain't all that brilliant. You can get some 100% DEET stuff. If you can get that, that is absolutely amazing stuff. But insect repellent is very, very, very important, so you don't get eaten alive. Into the foodie sort of stuff, I've got a Hexi burner. That will take a BCB Crusader mug. You can set this up in any way. Full pack of Hexam in there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 square Hexi blocks in there. Brand new, never been used, so that's sat there ready to go in case I need it. Next we have some multivitamins and cod liver oil. If you're out and about, you can't always secure food. It's still important to try and keep yourself going as much as possible, so some multivitamins with cod liver oil will give you a lot of vital vitamins and minerals that your body will need. So even if you don't eat for a couple of days, you're still getting something in your body. It's better than nothing. Fairly light, can't really complain. Here we got a little saucepan. I am actually looking at swapping this out for something else, but I'll go through that when I get to something later. Very, very good. Copper bottom. Takes a lot of fluid, 2 or 3 litres I think, and heats up really, really quickly. The only downside is I don't have a lid for it. Thermal mug. Very, very, very useful. This isn't the one I actually use. I've got another one, but it's downstairs being sterilised. This is my old one. As you can see, it got a bit battered, so I thought I'll get another one. Right at the very back here, we've got a collection of climbing gear, including a harness. I'm a very good climber, so if shit hits the fan, I could potentially climb or abseil to different places. maybe suspend myself up in the trees where I can't be seen. People are likely to be looking down low rather than looking up, so who knows, we'll see. I haven't got a rope yet. I plan on getting a rope shortly. It's down to money, I'm afraid. This is just the basics of my kit. I eventually plan on swapping most of this out for a better kit, but until then, 550 paracord. This is multicam, very good stuff. 550 breaking strain, 7 strands inside, and it's very useful stuff. A foot of it, you cut a foot of it off and you can lash it all together like that, take all the strands out, lash it together, and then that's 8 foot of paracord. Very useful. Use it for fishing, use it for sewing, putting wounds back together, all sorts. Very useful stuff. You should always have some in your kit, and make sure you don't get scammed out by the cheap crap from China. Make sure you get decent quality kit. Back to the food. Tin of tuna. I got a couple of tins of tuna, but I didn't see the point in putting them all out. Very good, high in protein. We've got 27 grams of protein, which is actually pretty good. Yeah, so that is very good protein. All sorts of different bits here. That's my brew kit. I've got MRE heaters and drink pouches in there. I've got different sauces, sugars. I've got some water purifying tablets in there. And then I also carry loads of different soups. And I carry a couple of these. Now, I haven't replenished them since I was out in the field last. But it's just Chinese rice, tomato and onion herb pasta, etc. Very nice. Simple, quick meal, done in 10 minutes, can't complain. Now, I'll show you my binoculars quick. There's just this quick cheap pair of binoculars, 4x28. They're not all that brilliant, but they do the job. I am going to get a decent set that isn't blue at some point. Right, now, so this kit here is my EDC. We'll start with my wallet. I won't show you inside my wallet, but the one thing that I do want to show you is this. Not only is it a bottle opener, but you've got a bit of an edge on this as well. I am going to grind this down a bit, sharpen it up. Makes a very useful knife. Now, in Britain, carrying a knife is illegal, so having that is ideal. Wallet usually stays with me all the time, so very useful to have. My watch, Casio G-Shock, the only watch I've never ever broken, so I very highly recommend it. I believe this is the G100. So shock resistant, very tough watch, analog and digital. So you can still tell the time with the digital in the night. It's got glow in the dark hands, but you can also use the analog hands to find direction using the sun. So very useful. Now here I have my 2 sets of keys, my house keys and everyday keys, and my car keys. Both are hung on a carabiner and strap. So very useful. Again, bottle opener, and I've also got a small thermometer and button compass. Now, paracord bracelet, extra cordage. I made that myself, took me about 10 minutes, not hard, plenty of videos on YouTube. There's a guy, I think it's all about tying. I'll put links in the description to the channel, so you can see all the different knots and stuff you can do with this, and I'll also give you links to Funky Prepper as well. So yeah, paracord bracelet, fits a treat. I am at some point going to change this buckle because this is all I have left, which is literally a hoop and a hook. It's not all that comfortable, but it does the job. There's 8 to 9 feet of paracord there if I need it. The next thing is my iPhone. Now, usually I don't carry it in the case, but this is a Griffin survival case. I cannot recommend them highly enough. I went away into the field not long ago. I went abseiling with a few friends. The kit was left at the top of the crack, and it started raining. Now, this was in my bag, which is just a simple little rucksack. Wherever it's gone. No, I can't find it. I think it's over there. And that, my rucksack was thrown about 30 feet down a crack, and my phone was in this case, and it survived. Other than a little bit of sort of bending of the actual case down here, there wasn't a single scratch on the phone, so I cannot recommend it highly enough. Get a decent case for your phone. It will last. I'm very, very surprised at just how well this works. Right. I got a couple of different knife and fork spoons. I got one like that, which is in a black case. Now I got a knife and fork to go with it, but unfortunately I can't find it at this present minute. And then I got this one, which is a knife and fork, which weren't very good, but this little utility knife. Now, it's got all sorts on it: corkscrew, not that you'll ever need one, signal mirror, button, compass, little LED light, which reminds me I need to change the batteries. It's got scissors, knife, bottle opener, can opener, all sorts on there. So that's very, very useful to have with you, and it all comes in its little handy pouch. Now, if I can find my knife and fork for this, I'm going to put all of this in one pouch, and that's my KFS set. Right. Survival kit. This is the WebTech survival kit. I am going to make a few changes to this, and I'll probably go through this in a separate video, but there's a sort of a brief overview of it. It's not a bad survival kit, but I am going to make a few changes to it. Next, bog roll. Never leave home without a roll of bog roll. You don't want to be caught short, believe me. Zip ties, very useful. All sorts of uses. You'll find a lot of Fords in Britain generally held together with cable ties and duct tape. Now, I've run out of duct tape, so I've got to get some more, but I would usually have a roll of duct tape in my kit as well. Tissues, again, just in case I get caught short. Chapstick, not only for your lips, but very good for lighting fires with. Gas camping stove. I believe this was the Camping Gas Micro. Very, very good. Does the job nicely. It's pretty much a full canister of gas. Easy clip. 240 grams worth of gas. Lasts a fair while actually. I am very impressed with this. At the back here we have my cleaning kit. We've got some baby wipes, not that you can see, we'll bring you over a bit more. We've got some baby wipes, toothbrush, toothpaste, razor, shower gel and a towel, just a quick wash kit. Hygiene is important in the field. At the end of the day, you get sick, you stay sick. So good hygiene is very, very important. We've got a few bits of warm weather stuff here. We've got some big thick woolly fingerless gloves. We've got some thermal gloves, and we got a I can't remember what they're called, but it's basically a tube, and you can sort of have it in all sorts of different configurations. You can neck scarf, bandana, balaclava, you name it, you can do it. It's a very, very useful bit of kit. I've also got a olive green skim scarf. Not only can you wear it as a bandana, but it breaks up your shape, so very, very worth having. I think that one needs a bit of a wash because it's been used a lot. Oxygen tubing, very useful as a straw for getting those hard to reach water sources. I've got 2-litre water bladder. Very good at storing water. I do have a bag to go with it, but quite often I just pull it in the side pouch of my burger and run it over my strap. Head torch. It's a wind-up one, so I don't need to worry about batteries for it. So very, very useful, and just clips on that, and it's adjustable. It's a Euro hiker. Very, very good. Glow sticks. I believe I've got different colours in here. The last one I used was a white. I think those two are yellow, but they're very, very good. Worth having. They say on the box they glow up to 6 hours, but after 12 hours they were still glowing, and you could still see them just about after 24 hours. So they're very, very good. And these were just cheap ones that I bought from my local store. Compass. This is a Euro hike as well, I believe. I don't know, I can't see the brand on it. It did have a case, but the case broke. If you can, get the silver military ones. Exactly the same as that, but it's silver, better quality. If you buy a second-hand one, make sure you look for one with a swivel bezel, and make sure you've got no bubbles in the middle. We got mozzie net with umbrella type mozzie net. Very, very good. If you just put a tarp up and a ground mat, that just keeps the bugs off you. We've got a little roll-up blanket, just for a bit of comfort, extra warmth in the evening, so very good. Got 2 sleeping bags, one's thin and one's my mummy bag. I'm not going to get them out, but they're very, very good. And the mummy bag goes down to about -15, so not too bad. I have roll mat, kindly donated to me by my brother. Cheers, bro. Not used it yet, but so yeah, very good roll mat. Next we have my hammock. Now this is a DD Hammocks, DD Jungle Hammock modular system. So this is the hammock. It has a mozzie net with poles and a lightweight tarp to go over the top. It has slings to go around trees, fully adjustable system, although that does get some getting used to, and some 25-ton carabiners. All in a nice little compression sack with a carry handle. Fairly lightweight, weighs just over 1 kilo, but the comfort you get from that is absolutely amazing. Now to go with that, I have a DD hammock, DD tarp, 3x3 meter. It's got 19 different attachments on it. 4 guy ropes with pegs come with it, so very good. But I recommend using paracord, olive green, and I can tell you now, this has kept me bone dry in absolute torrential rain, so I can't recommend this tarp highly enough. Down here we got a few meds. Anti-diarrhea tablets is a must, and I got different pain relief in case I need it. I have got other things to go with it, but I'm not showing for basically its personal medical needs. Next we've got some Frylight 1 cal cooking spray. Very, very good. It absolutely stinks, but it's very, very good stuff. Good for cooking with, and it's good for you. Next I have a olive green plastic canteen with pouch. Nothing special, it's quite old. I've had to repair the pouch a couple of times, but it holds water, it doesn't leak, so I'm not complaining. Next, well, finally actually, is my army style water bottle. Now this is a knockoff. I got this was given to me ages and ages ago. However, unfortunately, I don't know how well you can see, there it is, the lid is cracked. I've had to put an extra seal in it, and I think it's past its day. I haven't got a cut with it, so that is going to the graveyard or the bin. And I look at replacing this bottle as well as the saucepan. I'm looking to get the full cooking system. So genuine issue, I'm looking at getting the bottle with plastic mug, the BCB Crusader mug, the cooking block to go with it, as well as the pouch and the hexagon blocks to go with it as well. I think that's everything in the kit, but I may be right. I think I got a funny feeling I'm missing some out, but I may not be. But that's what I'm looking at replacing all of that with. And I also plan on getting a billy can as well, just so it's something bigger to cook in if you're cooking for a couple of people. So yeah, that is my bug out kit. I'm looking at maybe adding a few other bits and bobs to it. Not sure what. I need to get a ground sheet to go on the floor. I know that much. I need to get some batteries and whatnot for things like my torch, because they're suit type batteries. The AA, oh not AA, the AAA for the radio, handheld radios. I do have a little portable battery pack which isn't here today because it's actually on charge downstairs. In addition to that, I will be looking at getting a Goal Zero solar panel. I've seen and heard a lot of good reviews about them. Found out about them from Funky Prepper nonetheless. Good bit of kit. Another channel I would look out for is Armoured Cockroach. He does a lot of decent videos, and he has a wind turbine, so maybe that's something I might look at putting in the kit. But to start with, I'll be looking to go on an off the grid situation, so no need for electric. But that's my personal choice. If you guys can think of anything that I could add to that to make it better, feel free to comment. As I said, I've got loads of ideas of what I'm going to put in my bag, my bug out bag. Just off the top of my head, bin bags is something I like to keep in my kit. Ziploc bags, for example, is another thing I could put in my kit. A filter straw for water is something else I'm looking at putting in my kit, amongst other things. But yeah, if you got suggestions, let me know. Thanks for watching. Please like, favourite and subscribe, it helps me a lot. Feel free to comment, and I'll see you in the next one.